Welcome to the Chapter 24 clear of my no paid DLC and no RNG drops engage Maddening LTC run. Not much preparation happened for this chapter except that Alear equipped Mentorship. Meanwhile, Kagetsu had to switch off Mentorship as he needs both damage and speed against past Alear. He's given Roy because Rise Above gives more of those stats. Rise Above works particularly well with Kagetsu in classes like Wyvern and Warrior because he gets plus 3 strength and speed when he engages with Roy due to having 50% or higher growths in both those stats while in those classes. He also gets plus 3 in other stats like Dex and Defense, but the extra strength and speed are the most notable. To start, I'm going to reposition chain Mauvier over so he can Astral Storm past Alear.
I'm your knight to command.
Where we headed?
Understood.
Next is setting up the Rewarp. Positioning in this chapter isn't that straightforward due to several factors. The first one being that the starting position of the units in the middle lane is impacted by whether they're a flyer or not because an avalanche happens before the first turn. Flyers can end up on the rock tiles while non-flyers will be in front of the rocks. For my clear, there must be a flyer and a non-flyer in Ivy and Amber's positions respectively. The second issue is that there's not many good rewarp spots that keep the integrity of the units together for the warp afterwards. The character in Kagetsu's position must be a flyer for this reason so that they won't get displaced by the rock. All these problems need to be solved to get a group of units to attack past Alear.
Shall we dance?
I can fight.
Alear joins the rest of the group after taking advantage of the plus 5 warp range granted to flyers for Warp Ragnarok, as I'm going to need their personal to have enough damage. Amber and Kagetsu are going to position for Ivy to Goddess Dance all of them, with Kagetsu getting some EXP in this process.
I will obey.
Alear is just using silence for the EXP into position to provide their personal. With the help of momentum and Alear's personal, Amber does just enough damage after Mauvier's chip to take past Alear's first health bar with a torrential roar. It's important that some sort of terrain is laid down to remove the fog that the boss is on, as their avoid is much too high for a reliable kill otherwise. With the water terrain down, Kagetsu just has a reliable 1 round. While past Alear's damage benchmark isn't as high as Zephia's in the last chapter, they are very fast. That's why Kagetsu has to use a light axe to double.